Hello, how's everyone doing? Hello, we're in my car. I don't have the best angle, sorry. Hold on, I can't see what you're saying, David. I'm okay. I'm just grabbing something to eat. Can you hear me? I'm like trying to figure out how I'm gonna make this stand. No, that's gonna fall. I used to have a phone thing that would like but how are you, David? I'm good. I think I'm gonna do this. There. I got some Chick-fil-A. I'm doing some errands. Oh my god, that lady looks like she's just not having a good day. But I have the I'm a 7.5, sometimes 8, just depends on the shoe brand. Sometimes shoes can be a little different. How's everyone doing? I'm doing the kale grilled chicken from Chick-fil-A. Someone brought their dog. Can you bring your dog into Home Goods? I don't know. They're boots, and I'm not taking my shoes to figure out what size they are. But I'm usually a 7.5, 8. That's a pretty cute dog. But that's a big dog. I would have never thought that they would let dogs like that inside. I've always seen like small dogs in the stores. Other than like pet stores. I keep getting these scam calls. It's annoying, but this is what it looks like. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's Saturday doing? I live in Georgia, if you guys didn't know, so we are preparing ourselves for a winter storm. And let me tell you, this state is wild. I've heard, I haven't seen it, but apparently a lot of stores are like have empty shelves because everyone's going crazy. I'm like, we'll be fine. Watch us not even get snow. It's wild, but I made breakfast this morning. Me and my mom, just eggs and some strawberries and blueberries. She obviously had bread. She loves bread. I'm not a bread eater. Not really. This is really good. This is one of my favorite ones to eat at Chick-fil-A. Then I changed and I went to Walgreens because I bought a really big jersey frame, and I'm not putting a jersey on it, but I'm putting like, I originally bought it because I went to the Beyonce concert and we got some wristbands, but I actually got floor seats for the Karol G concert, and I have more pictures of the Karol G concert, and I am a bigger fan of Karol G than Beyonce. I only went to go see Beyonce because it happened. Like, an opportunity happened and I took advantage of it. But I'm not like the biggest Beyonce fan. Like, if I didn't see her live, I would have been okay. But anyways, so I originally got the big frame to do all of Beyonce stuff. But I realized that I like didn't have enough pictures and I didn't have enough things to fill it up to make it look nice. And so I was kind of debating back and forth. I made one for my friend who I went with, and she loves hers. But I'm like, I'm not a Beyonce like super fan. So I feel like I'm a more bigger Karol G fan than Beyonce. And I have like literally like 100 and something pictures of Karol G's concert. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take the one that I have Karol G, because I bought a really teeny tiny frame for that one. It looks kind of sad, and I only printed them with printer paper, the pictures. So I'm like, no, I can't do Karol G like that. No, Karol G is a good artist. Okay, I'll read that later. Give me a second, David. This weekend, I was like, this past weekend, well, actually this week, I started taking down the pictures of the Karol G frame. I need to go print those pictures. So I printed about like 12, 13, something like that, pictures. And I took down, thankfully I did not glue anything for the Beyonce frame thing, because I would have been screwed. So I'm waiting for those to get printed. I printed those today. They took about an hour at Walgreens. Then I went to the post office because I did not realize that I had 2 accounts with Delta. One when I was before getting married, and one when I was married. And then I realized, I like started thinking, when did this happen? And I realized that me and my ex-husband, we planned a kind of last minute plan to Chicago. And I was like, I'm a Delta baby. Like, I'm a Delta hardcore. I have never flown anything else but Delta. Because Delta is the only airline that goes directly from Atlanta to Chile. And I know what you guys are going to say, like, what the fuck? But it's just my thing, okay? It's just my thing. You look chopped. I look chopped. Oh, because I'm wearing all black, probably. I can't change the camera angle because I'm in my car and I don't have anything. Like, that's so rude. What's so rude? Anyways, you don't like the angle? Bye-bye. So I had like to do all this research. I try to change my information. Oh, I was we did a last minute Chicago flight. And I just used my new, it's right here, baby. It's right here. Okay. It's right here. Don't worry. I see it. You don't have to see it. I just have to see it. But I remember I did that, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna change the Delta stuff, and I never did. And then when I booked my flight to San Diego to go to Mexico, I then realized that I'd never changed it. So then I booked it as a guest. Thank you for all the love, but you don't need to be leaving comments like that. There's just no point. Like, there's just no point in leaving nasty comments like that. I did all my research. I tried to call Delta, and they told me the best thing that I could do was just mail them like all the documents, because it's a lot. Like, I have to send in my document of marriage when my name went from my first maiden name to then my marriage name to then my new legal name that I have now. So I needed to submit my marriage, my divorce. I needed to write a letter explaining all this crap, and I sent it today. So I'm gonna go do that, because Yeah, I'm not moving the camera because I have nowhere else to put it. I'm in my car, and I had the little thing that goes on my windshield, but I think it broke, and I just haven't bought one because I just don't film in my car anymore. But anyways, so I then came to Chick-fil-A because I needed to eat something because it's been like 3 hours since I've eaten anything. And since the weight loss surgery, I need to eat every 2 to 3 hours, or then I like start to feel weak because I don't eat much. So, I'm also like wearing very light makeup because I got laser hair remover yesterday. I hate being Latina. That's the only downside of being Latina is you are a hairy bitch. Plain and simple. Thanks, Dad. So now I'm here in the parking lot of this plaza. There's like Home Goods. There's a Five Below, which is where I'm going to go. There's like a whole bunch of little stores. I may go to there's a shoe store also there. I need to buy some boots. I just don't, I'm like very like, I'm like in the phase of trying to figure out my fucking style. And I've been having a hard time. Oh yeah, this is really good. I don't like putting this because I feel like the Calais has like so much going on that you don't need. Why does everyone care so much about my height and weight? I don't get it. And then once I go pick up the pictures, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a few stuff. Like I need to buy medicine. I need to buy Vaseline also because I heard that Vaseline is really good for your neck. I don't know. And what else do I need to buy from Walgreens? I think that's it. And then I'm gonna go home and dye my hair because I have grays. I'm not 4'11". I'm not 4'11". I am like 5'6", 5'7", something around there. Hello, what's up? Oh, I just spit, sorry. It's just the way it is, people. I had Chick-fil-A yesterday. I had Chick-fil-A today. I was going to go to Dunkin' Donuts, but I'm not really a bread person. And the only thing that I like to order from Dunkin' Donuts, it's the avocado toast. I used to order everything else from there, but I kind of, after the surgery, yeah. I only have this and the wrap. That's it. I'm not really a sandwich person from Chick-fil-A. I don't know. And then I just add the this. I always have to add something spicy. Yeah, I was married a long time ago. Never doing that again. Never doing that shit again. That was wild. 4 years wasting my fucking time. That's what it was. 4 years of waste of my fucking time. My weight is, I'm 160 at the moment. But I'm losing weight, so that's gonna change in a few weeks. Since I also, you look super young. I am 34. Thank you. I just don't like, I don't know. Like, I would move in with somebody, but I don't think I could ever marry someone again. One, everyone around me has had very bad experience with marriage. Two, I was traumatized by my own fucking dad, who, you know, that's a whole different story for a whole different time. I just told my nail tech, I got new nails. I haven't shown it yet. But I recently told my nail tech, because she did my nails recently, and I told her, like, because she asked me, like, or if I was close with my dad. And, like, honestly, the only way I can explain to people, like, why me and my dad are not close is me telling them, like, the full-on fucking story. Like, summarizing the full fucking story. My dad did some crazy shit to me and my mom. Like, crazy fucking shit. Like, people tell me, you need to write a fucking book about this. Because my dad literally was such a dickhead that, like, my mom wasted 22 years with that motherfucker. I always tell my mom, like, you waited 22 fucking years. I could only survive 4. That was it. 4 years, I was, like, losing my fucking mind. I was like, how can anyone stay in a toxic marriage for longer than this? Because I felt like I was fucking losing my shit. Like, I didn't want to come home. I didn't want to be around him. I didn't want to hang out with him. I didn't want to know his business. Like, I just wanted nothing to do with him. And my relationship went from being crazy in love with him to literally feeling like I was living with a fucking roommate. But we were just sharing the fucking bed, you know? I'm gonna go do magic. No, I don't do magic. But, I think the reason why I would never get married is because I feel like a lot of people feel like you need to get married in order to be, like, with everyone else, you know? I also thought that. Like, I thought, like, I needed to be married by a certain age. I needed to have kids by a certain age. And when I got married and I realized who I fucking married, which was, I'm not going to say that he was a horrible guy. He just didn't really step up as a man. I felt like in the marriage, I was the man and he was the woman. And let me tell you, if you're in a relationship like that, where you feel like you're the opposite sex, then you need to just leave, because that's not okay. So I ended it when I ended it. And the reason why I don't think I would get married is because I've realized that you don't need to get married to show someone that you love them. I think moving in together and, you know, traveling and all these other things that you can do to show that you care and love for somebody, but getting married is such a stupid thing. Unless, like, you don't get along with your own family and, like, something medical happens and you need your wife or your husband to, like, take over, like, medical stuff or financial stuff, then I see why people get married. But, like, if you guys both get along with y'all's family member and you're willing to leave a good, pretty fucking will for your partner or whatever, I don't really see the point of getting married. Unless it's, like, for taxes and shit like that. But when I was married, y'all, I didn't get shit back. I still had to pay. So, for me, it was just a waste of time. That's what it was. But, yeah. There's multiple reasons why I don't see getting married in my future. I see myself having a partner and, like, moving in with that partner. But I don't see myself getting married. I would have to be crazy in love with that motherfucker if I want to get married to him. So, yeah. I was married. I got married young. In my mid-20s. Early 20s, I'm going to say. And I divorced before I turned 30. So it was literally 4 years. Mm-hmm. And it's, some people marriage works, some people just don't. And it didn't work for me. And I honestly, I'm glad we didn't have a huge wedding. We just went to the courthouse and we had a little party. He wanted to get married by church. We're both Catholic. I'm not like a Catholic. He was less of a Catholic than me. At least I kind of went to church here and there. He never went to church. And I don't think he had all his sacraments. And I told him, like, in order for you to get married, you need to have all your sacraments. Um, so he didn't like that. And then I went to the church that I grew up in, and I asked them, like, hey, what's the process of getting married? And they told me all this crazy stuff, and I'm like, nah, no. That's not fucking worth it. That sounds like a big old fucking headache. That's what it sounds like. We had to do like 6 months of classes, and we had to pay a whole bunch of money just to have a ceremony early in the fucking the morning. I was like, no. Hispanics don't turn up until like 10, 9, 10, 11 at night. Because Hispanic be working late hours. I was like, what the fuck are we gonna do for fucking hours? There's so many pictures you can take. I am almost done with my food. It's just literally like a mini thing. So, yeah. And my ex-husband now, years. We got divorced in 2021. Years. He's starting to realize why why I ended things. Because he had no idea. I told him, like, hey, like, this is not working out. I need to leave. He didn't want to leave. He thought it was a joke. He laughed in my face. He's not part of my life. We only talk because we share dogs. And that's it. That's the only communication we have. Is the dogs. But at the beginning, it was bad. Like, we couldn't see each other. We couldn't talk because we just hated each other so fucking much. And now it's more of like a friendly friendship type of thing. But like, it's not like he's calling me to tell me all his shit. But like, you know, it's more friendly now. We can tolerate each other. And I'm grateful for that because he's been the one taking care of the dogs since I moved out from the apartment. I was renting a room and I couldn't bring the dogs because that would have just been crazy. And now that we have this apartment now, I could have the dogs, but I have Max and it's just too much going on. So once I'm able to either buy a house, or hey, what's up? Or just get something a little bit more spacious, I will have the dogs. And I think if I get another apartment, I will just have them on the weekends. But if I get a house, then they would permanently live with me. But they were permanently living with me for a while, and he wasn't helping in any way with the dogs. And then he started stepping up. He was like, what do they need? Da, da, da. And I was like, you want to help? This is what they need. They need to go to the vet. They need to go to this. They need food. They need... yeah. But that's just how life is sometimes. And people tell me, like, you have it good. You're not married. You don't have kids. You can do whatever the fuck you want. And people judge me. Some people judge me because I don't have kids. I told myself after 30, I was not having kids. So I gave myself the opportunity to have kids. It didn't happen. And I just, I'm not interested in having a kid. If it does happen, like, if I meet a great guy and he's worth, like, popping a child for, then yeah, I'll do it. But, like, I'm not, like, desperately looking for a partner. One, I'm not desperately trying to find someone to have a child with. I'm just letting it be, That's what I've learned in my fucking 34 years of living, is let shit just happen on its own. Don't force it. Don't look for people. Don't hunt people down so they can have your attention. Just let shit happen. Because if you force things, let me tell you, you'll get the fucking guy or the girl, but you'll get all the package. He may be or she may be a great person, but maybe their ex is crazy as fuck, and you're gonna have to be dealing with that person. So it's like, just let shit happen. You know, I enjoy having my alone time. I enjoy that I can literally book a flight and go anywhere the fuck I want to fucking go. I don't have to ask. I don't have to. I hate when people say I have to ask. No, I don't have to plan for 2 or for 3 or for 4. I just plan for 1. Now, if someone else wants to join in, that's on them. But I love that I can literally plan shit for just one person, which is me. I enjoy it. This year I'm planning, I really want to go to Chicago. I miss Chicago. My ex-husband's family, some family members are in Chicago, and we're still tight, even though we're not tight anymore. I'm planning on going back to my homeland. Hopefully it works out, just because crazy shit is going on, everywhere, not just the US. Crazy shit is going on everywhere. I pray every day that I don't have to deal with ICE, because even though I'm a US citizen, I'm still Latina, and I don't want to, I've already been through so much fucking trauma. I don't want to add running into ICE, because I would just wake up a different type of trauma. And let me tell you, I just don't want that. So I've been just, taking care of myself. I've been going to the gym. I'm Catholic, but I'm not like a hardcore Catholic, I'm Catholic because I was raised Catholic. And, I do believe in the saints and all that stuff, but I don't believe the Bible. Does that make sense? I'm not a Bible reader. I just, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in saints. I talk to saints. Not all the saints either, but when I was starting all of my immigration process, I really gave all my faith to the Virgen de Guadalupe, and I'm not Mexican. But it's such a well-known saint here within the Hispanic community that I told her, please, I worked so hard to get here. Can you please just make this process, the way it's supposed to be? I didn't ask it for it to be, fast. And I just said, please take this in your control, because I trust you. And but I'm not a religious person where I go to church every Sunday and I open the Bible and I have a Bible. No, I actually got rid of all my Bibles in my house because they were just collecting dust, and I'd rather them go to someone who really reads the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, the Bible, it isn't my thing. But I do go to mass here and there whenever I feel like I need to go and I just need to find peace or something. But I respect every religion. Whatever you believe in it. You grew up that way, or you found it in the adult life. That is your choice. But yeah, holy shit, I never thought I would be talking about religious shit up here. But yeah, I grew up a Catholic. I was raised Catholic, but I'm not a huge Catholic person. I support everybody. If you have a good heart, if you do good things, I believe in you, I trust you, and all that stuff. Now, if you are a person who has negative shit going on and y'all doing some weird ass shit, then no. No. Because I met some people that are really religious and they be doing some crazy shit, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say what religion, but I've met a few people where they would be like, oh yeah, I'm this religion, and then they would do things outside of their religion, and I'm like, interesting. Yeah, but I'm not a religious person. I believe what I believe, and I'm happy with what I believe, but I'm not like, you need to go to church nah, that's not me. Whatever you do in your life, good for you. If it's helped you and you feel happy with what you're doing with your life, as long as it's good shit, we're good. If you're doing bad shit, just, y'all, get out of that stuff. You need to have positivity in your life. You need to have good stuff in your life. You don't need to have, a lot of people, they like to do all these spell shit for love. And so I was just into a podcast right now where they're like, when people do that, they'll get their partner, right? The person who they've been doing weird shit with. but they will get not just that person, but they'll get like all their issues, all the bad issues. So it's like, that's why I like to say, you let shit just happen. Just let shit happen. And even if it's bad shit that happens to you, guess what? There's a reason why it happens to you. You either got to learn something out of it, or you just have thicker skin and you can, because look, I've been through some crazy shit, and I would always be like, why does this happen to me? Like, why do I always keep getting into car accidents? Why do people keep hitting my fucking car? Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm a good fucking driver. And then mom said, girl, shut the fuck up. First she said to me, she said, you know what? These things happen to you because you know what to do. You call 911. You don't let the other person who hits you get away with it. You call 911 and you say, hey, this person's driving this car. This is their tag number. I think they're going to leave. And so you are always prepared when someone hits your fucking car. And that's why it always happens to you. Because other people don't know what to do, and they don't call 911. They don't call their insurance, and then they're stuck with paying for... they're stuck paying for the other person who was at fault. So things happen to you because, one, you got to learn something from it, or two, you have thick skin that it's just meant to happen to you. That's what I've learned. But some people don't see it that way. They're like, why did, because I was one of those people. I would be like, what the fuck? Like, why does all the crazy shit happen to me? Because let me tell you, a lot of crazy shit has happened to me. Okay? Not just with my dad, not just with my ex-husband, with friends, with family friends, with really close people to me and my mom, like just crazy shit where I'm just like, where is the common sense in these people? I always question myself that, like, where's the common sense of people? Like what happened? Because I have a shitload of common sense. And I may not be the smartest human being because I didn't go to college and all that shit, but like, I have common sense. I know what things are right and when things are wrong. But yeah. So I'm not a religious person. So when they asked me what religion I was, I'm Catholic. I was raised Catholic, but I'm not like a Catholic that's doing crazy shit, like there every fucking Sunday. Because I used to be one of those. I used to, in my early 20s, I was like, literally, I lived in the church pretty much. People thought I was going to be a nun. No joke. People asked my mom multiple times if I was going to be a nun. I knew I wasn't. But I was just doing so much at church that people thought that like I was gonna be one. And I do have a cousin who is one in Chile. She became one like, I think her early 30s, and she like went to Brazil and did the whole thing. But yeah, David, I'm all over the place because this was not a planned one. This was not a planned live. So yeah, if you have questions, ask me. I'm almost done with my food. I wonder if there's a trash can over there. I don't want my... I'm trying to curse me. I don't think so. They can try to curse me. It won't work. So, yeah. It's fine. They could try to curse me. It ain't gonna work. I don't believe in that shit. It doesn't work if you don't believe in it. And I need to get... I'm literally using a water to hold my phone. Let me get another water. Yes, I have water bottles in my cart. I need to drink something. But for it to be snowing apparently today, it's not that cold. It's only 47 degrees. Trying to get the sauce out of my lips. So I bought some workout equipment for my house, my apartment, because do I have a story for you guys? So where I live at, there is a gym. It's a pretty decent gym. Like, it has a few equipment and all that stuff. But I worked out, I did everything I needed to do, and then I started walking away from the gym. And I felt like my headphones were not connecting to my phone. I was like, crap, don't tell me that I left my phone in the gym. So I rushed back. And then I couldn't get the fucking door open. Like the door to get to the pool that takes me to the gym. I was like, it was like stuck. So then I had to find a stick and then force it in there and then open the freaking door from the inside out. And what I realized is that door handle like spins. Like there's no like you put in the code and you try to open it and it like doesn't open. Like it doesn't open the lock thing. So I still was going, but then it happened again. Sorry, I had a yawn. And I couldn't go into the gym, and I was like, okay, fine, I just won't go to the gym today. And I was like, man, I don't want this to be a thing where like when I can't open the door that I just can't get in the gym. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start buying stuff to work out in my house, because my living room's pretty big. I don't even know what that is. What is wingspan? What is that? I don't know what that is. Please explain to me what that is. And I'll answer. But so it should be, supposedly some stuff are coming tomorrow, but I don't know. I don't think Amazon's gonna be working. And if it does snow, they won't be able to go up the hill where I live at. And then if they can, they won't be able to go down the hill. So I'm hoping this week I will get the things that I ordered. And then I'm going to order a mini treadmill pad, whatever they're called. But yeah. Yep. So I'm going to start working out in my house. I may start showing like some workout stuff that I do. But yeah. Oh, that salad was really good. I'm hoping they have a trash can around there so I can throw away this bag. This little bag. But yeah. Okay, David, I'm not doing all that. That's too much, David. You're asking way too much, David. You need to calm down, okay? You need to calm down. I need to buy medicine because I'm starting to feel like I'm getting a stuffy nose and my throat has been kind of itchy. Like I'm starting to get the flu and I'm like, no. So I need to go get medicine at Walgreens when I get the pictures because I am not trying to get sick. Okay. That is it for this live. Sorry I haven't done anything. I've just been way too fucking tired and Max has been waking me up really fucking early and I just want to come home and sleep from work. So that's kind of what I've been doing. But today I think I'm going to do another live and I'm going to color my hair because, y'all, look at those grays. Look at those grays. Oh my God. Looks horrible. So I'll be live like in a few hours to do the the hair coloring. So see you guys later. Peace out. Take care. I'm gonna go do some shopping at Five Below. Let's see what I can find. Bye.